Today, we're going to take a journey deep inside the heart of our best friends. We're going to uncover a story of incredible biological engineering, a slow, tragic breakdown, and a disease that, well, it affects millions of dogs all around the world.
You know, it's really a marvel when you think about it. Deep inside your dog's chest, there's this tiny valve that works absolutely flawlessly, opening and closing more than 100,000 times a day. That's the silent engine powering every tail wag, every single walk, and every happy welcome when you come home.
So to really get what can go wrong, first we've got to understand how it's all supposed to work in the first place. Let's start with a healthy mitral valve, what I like to call the heart's perfect door.
Now, this isn't just some simple little flap. Oh no, it's a whole system called the mitral apparatus. You've got the leaflets, which are kind of like the doors, but they're held in place by these super thin yet super strong ropes. Those are the Chordae tendineae, and they're anchored right to the heart wall. It's a true team effort, really.
And every single part has a job to do. The leaflets, they make the seal, the annulus, that's like the door frame, and the chordae muscles, they're the ropes and anchors, holding everything tight against some serious pressure. Everything has to work in perfect harmony.
The valve's real secret weapon is in its layers. There's a spongy layer that keeps it flexible, but right at its core is something called the fibrosa. It's this dense sheet of collagen that gives the valve all its toughness. It's what lets it stand up to a lifetime of constant, pounding pressure.
At the end of the day, its job is pretty simple. It's a one-way door. When the heart's main pumping chamber gives a big squeeze, this door is slammed shut, forcing all that blood out to the body where it needs to go. Any leak, and I mean any failure in that seal, and the whole system starts to fall apart.
But what happens when that perfect door starts to warp? This is where we run into a disease called Myxomatous mitral valve disease. You'll hear it called MMVD.
And this is not some rare thing. It is the single most common heart disease in dogs, period. For small breeds over the age of 8, the number can be over 90%. For so many of our little buddies, it's almost an inevitable part of getting older.
Okay, look closely here. On the left, you see a healthy valve. See how it's thin, almost see-through? Now look to the right. Those are the very first signs of MMVD popping up. The edges of the leaflets are getting a little thicker, a bit cloudy, kind of rounded. The breakdown starts off so subtly.
And this is key. This disease doesn't just happen overnight. It's a slow, progressive degeneration, a gradual transformation of the valve tissue that could unfold over many, many years.
And that progression can be just, wow, it can be dramatic. What started as just a little thickening becomes a huge deal. The delicate leaflets grow thick, lumpy, and all distorted with these nodules. They completely lose their ability to form that tight seal. The once perfect door is now just warped and deformed.
This physical change leads to one simple but devastating problem. The warped leaflets just can't close tightly anymore. Gaps start to form, and now every single time the heart beats, a little bit of blood squirts backward through that leaky valve. This is what vets call mitral regurgitation.
And this leak kicks off a really nasty, vicious cycle. See, the leak forces the heart to work harder, which makes the heart muscle get bigger. But as the heart enlarges, it stretches the actual frame the valve sits in. This pulls the leaflets even further apart, which makes the leak worse, which, you guessed it, forces the heart to enlarge even more. It's a devastating feedback loop.
Now, as the strain on this failing system just keeps increasing year after year, the breakdown can speed up, leading to this domino effect of just catastrophic failures inside the heart.
The constant, totally abnormal stress on that valve can cause one of those crucial little anchor ropes, the Chordae tendineae, to just snap. When that happens, a piece of the valve leaflet is suddenly untethered. It just flails around uselessly, and that causes a sudden and really severe worsening of the leak.
And in some rare, just awful cases, the outcome is, well, it's devastating. The backward pressure from that severe leak can get so intense that it actually tears the wall of the heart's upper chamber, the atrium. It just goes to show you the immense physical forces that are at play inside a failing heart.
And here's a really important thing to understand. While we have medications that can help the heart cope with the consequences of the leak, they don't stop or reverse the physical breakdown of the valve itself. The door just keeps on warping over time.
You know, despite how incredibly common this disease is, what's really fascinating is how much we still have to learn. The story of MMVD is still an active and unfolding scientific mystery.
Scientists are working like crazy to answer these questions. We know there's a huge genetic link, especially in breeds like the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, but the exact why is still pretty fuzzy. We're also trying to figure out the precise line between just normal aging and this specific disease process.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. As our dogs are living longer and longer lives, their hearts are giving us this incredible window into the aging process. By studying these tiny, powerful engines, we're not just learning about how to help our dogs, we're learning about resilience, about aging, and about the incredible biological machines that we all carry inside our own chests.